Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. Welcome to your Avalon Rituals reading for July 2021. My name is Julia. Thank you for tuning in. As you can see, I'm already shuffling the Lenormand, which is a beautiful method to have a look into every area of life. And what I want to say is thank you so much for your patience. I've been away at the beginning of July, so I did not get the time to do your reading earlier. And then I needed a little bit time to rest. So yeah, let's see what the month of July is bringing to you. If you don't want to see me laying out the cards and just jump ahead in the reading, I will very likely adjust the camera in a second so that you can see all of the cards that are on the table. And yeah, so bear with me. There's always a card that is representing you, and when I do personal readings, I would use the card that represents your gender, basically, as your personal card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. While the other person in the deck then would be the person you're dealing with. So let me show you once the cards are out so you know what I mean. So we have the gentleman here, and this is the person you're dealing with. This could be your love interest, your partner, your ex-partner, could even be a friend. This person is not referring to a male person. I will fall into the gender role just simply because this is a gentleman on the deck, but actually this refers to the person you're dealing with, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, no matter of their gender. So let's see where, and there might be messages coming in, or there might be a little bit of excitement or even stress with this person, but we're gonna go deeper into it once everything is laid out. So let's see where you appear. And like I've said, the cards look now very wobbly here, very wonky. So I will adjust in a second once the cards are lying on the table. I will adjust the camera perspective for you. So this is your card here. So no matter of your gender, this card represents you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. You can also check out your other placements, as this is not a personal reading, it's a general reading, so you might not resonate with this one. Check out your other placements as well. So all the cards on the table, so you see that I actually laid them out live. Let me just adjust now the camera. All right, I feel like this is almost now, let's put this here. I feel like this is almost now straight. So let's start with your reading. You are in the house of the moon. So for one aspect, I feel like you are very intuitive, or that something related to your emotions is in July something that plays a part. I do get a feeling that there might be a little bit of emotional up and down here that might be related to a specific relationship. Though I also have to say that there is, well, it is a lucky or a happy relationship here, but I also see that there are some aspects that it could indicate a separation here, but we're gonna come to it. I see that there is some sort of issue with this relationship because we do have a few negative cards surrounding it. But let me go further into it and let's see where Spirit is guiding me, because usually I do have a specific order how to read the Lenormand, and I feel like today I'm going into this reading a little bit more intuitive. So I'm just going to follow what Spirit is telling me here. So you're facing a relationship that might be a very strong connection here, a very influential connection here. And I would say this connection is also related to your happiness or to your success in some shape or form. As I said, you might be very focused on something related to your emotional side, if that is connected to this partnership, or if this is related to your inner life, like you might be facing your you might do some inner work here. That could also be the case. Maybe it's your inner work in relation to your friendships, your partnerships, and your love relationships. When I talk about partnerships, the ring can also stand for business partnerships. So yes, in your house we see the clouds, so there is something that is not quite clear. There is some confusion, and that might have an effect also on your emotional life, and the confusion is actually related to a specific environment. So maybe you're not quite sure about the environment you are living in. That could be your further environment, like literally the city or the town you're living in. There could be a specific group. So maybe you are unsure when it comes to a specific group, or maybe there is an event for you where there's something not quite clear. On the other side, this can stand for the public in some shape or form. So there might be something related to the public that is not quite clear here for you. And that might even refer to being recognized, like recognition related to work, recognition related to foreign countries. Maybe you're working with people who are not at the same place where you are at. But I also feel like something is growing here. So let's go back to your card to see what other energies we have here. There is something related to learning. So the book tells me that there might be some knowledge which now could either refer to your personal life or, with this combination, to your business life. So there might be something that you need to learn, or maybe you are teaching, because also when I see that you are falling onto the house of the, not onto the house, you're falling onto the bear here. So this tells me that you actually could be someone in a leading position. You could be quite strong, quite dominant, that you could be a teacher in some shape or form. So like I said, this might refer to some sort of contract or a routine, something that is repeating, like the ring, there's something repeating, where you teach something or where you learn something. Maybe this is something really official here. So you might be learning something new. There's a contract in a large company you're working at. That could be something. Maybe you're teaching something in a large company you're working at where there's a contract. Maybe this is referring a contract of a course that is here that is helping you to be more independent with the things that you actually love to do, because the Tower is in the heart position, and if I in the position of the house of the heart, and if I use it as business, then I would say there might be something that you really love to do and where you think about becoming independent here. Could be you being self-employed. I'm gonna come to the meaning, what it could mean if this is referring to a relationship in a second. But if this is referring to your work life, there is some sort of decision that I feel like is actually very destined. It feels almost like there's a crossing, like there's a crossroad, and you need to decide something here. And this decision is actually something that is supposed to lead to your happiness and success. So there might be even maybe something is offering you something, and that's the crossroad where you need to make a decision. Maybe options are coming in. Whatever this is coming in. You are thinking about this, and it also feels like maybe you're thinking strategically to become independent now, and or something related to the company you're working with, and there are decisions that you're thinking about. What's the best thing to do to become happy or successful here? If this is related to a relationship, there might be some knowledge related to a relationship here that could cause a withdrawal. There might be, because the Tower can stand for a separation, a divorce. It can stand for a withdrawal. It can also stand for the feeling of being isolated and alone, which doesn't need to be the case necessarily, but since you are working through something emotionally, it might be that there is something where you are working through the feeling and the emotion of being alone, and maybe you're learning something related to this, and also related to another relationship here. There are some signals here that show me that there is a connection that is maybe stagnant or maybe has even stopped. That might be something already happened in the past, because we see that a lot of the things, so when I do a reading, usually you read from left to right, which means the card wherever you are is the present, which means I don't have a lot of cards. I basically don't have any cards here, so I don't really see a lot of the future things happen. When this is happening, I always feel like there's something from the past that now plays a role in July that is important, which is why the cards are on the table the way they are. Also, I feel like still that these are aspects that could happen in July, but I don't really see it like, okay, that's the far away future. I see this more like, okay, a lot of things from the past might play a role, plus the aspects that will now happen in July. So like I said, you are mirrored here, and I want to say this again, you are mirrored onto the Strength card or the Teacher card. It might be that there is a situation where suddenly luck comes in, where something you have worked for, especially because the best card of the whole deck is falling onto you when I mirror the deck. So I feel like there is strength coming, there is maybe a leading position coming, and there is also happiness and success coming, maybe through letting go of something. That could be another indication here of the scythe, but it could also mean that you are harvesting now the success and the leading position, and that you have worked for hard. Coming now to the relationship, there is something, when I look at these things, there might be something in a contract, because we have the fish here, right? And the fish can talk about finances, also feelings, but let's go to the finances. It might be something in a contract related to finances where you need to be clever. Clever about something, but if you are clever, then it seems like luck is coming in, and there are finances coming in this contract, in this situation that we have here. Now, if this is a partnership, a friendship, or a love relationship, the fox usually talks about maybe being cautious or not trusting something or someone. But also then maybe there are some things that are not being said with the fox, because the fox is very careful, very mindful, and cautious. So that might be something here, that we have this energy of someone being very careful, mindful, cautious. But I also feel like, especially with the luck card, there is some luck coming in, and the flow is coming in into a situation that was maybe a little bit tricky here. We do have the ring card again. I said this earlier already, in the house of the sun, so there's a lot of luck, but I also feel like there's a destined ending. Something is supposed to end. There might be a contract, communication is ending, contract is ending. I feel like there is something karmically, something destined, and something related to ending here when it comes to this ring, to the relationship here. There's also the communication related to knowledge. Again, this could then refer to the aspect of work, maybe the communication of knowledge, communication of facts, related to being independent, related to being alone. This depends now in what area this falls for you, or related to a withdrawal and a separation. Let's go a little bit further. I want to see a little bit more. So I want to have a look at this person here. There seems to be challenges and blockages related to this person that cause a conflict. The conflict could be something in your immediate environment, at the place you live, which could indicate the flat or the house you're living in, or your immediate environment. There seems to be some sort of blockage because of a withdrawal or a separation, or the feeling of being alone and isolated. That also is something that is on the mind of the other person, this conflict. So this person is aware of this conflict here. There is something related to a new beginning though. So I kind of like feels like, yes, there's a blockage or a challenge, and yes, there is a conflict, also an emotional conflict here, but also there is a new beginning coming. There might be something in your immediate environment, your house, your flat, the place you're living in. Could be your village, your town, where there comes a beautiful surprise by a woman here, a woman or a healer. There's something related to this person here. Let me feel into this. And that is also related to, this is also related for this person here to this new beginning. So there's something related to this person, new appreciation, being valued, nice things, compliments. There's something coming in like a surprise here. And that might be related to another person. Also, this could talk about healing. So this is a card, the snake stands for healing. So this is at the moment in a challenging position. There might be a situation related to the inner child healing that is a little bit blocked, and therefore we have also on this side mirrored the conflict in the emotional life, which is something you are focused on. That's something I said straight away to at the beginning of the reading. So that might be something really coming through here. And I do feel like there might have been the conflict, but I also feel like that this is healing, because on the deeper level I see the blockage, but then on the surface I see it already starts to heal, to transform, and that's really beautiful. And the transformation then is also related to your emotions, to the flow. And this is also the card that is in the house of the fish. So we do have another connection, that there's a solution, a key moment related to A, finances, or B, I do feel for a lot of you this could be this inner child situation of feeling alone and isolated, which is something here where you have a conflict in the emotional life and the blockage here. And that is something also with the house being here. House could also talk about an inner conflict again, not only or necessarily an outer conflict, though obviously it could be both. Now in this person's house we do have the tree, and the tree talks about someone who's being strong and stable, someone maybe who has been in your life already for quite a while. Could talk about long-lasting things here, but I also feel like something really is changing here, and this change is causing some stress and nervousness and some unclarity. So stress, nervousness, unclarity, and the communication, and a communication that is about, there is something about announcing something here, announcing a change possibly. And when I have a look at the heart, I do see that there is a karmic situation, a lesson related to the energy of change in the heart, a change in your love life. And there might be something coming in quite like a surprise. Also, I see there are options related to this, to your love life. You might be a little bit cut off. Maybe you feel like your walls are up, but I also feel like there are options coming in. There might be a very destined meeting here. I do see again there's a strong love, a strong connection here. Or someone with a very influential position could come in here, or could be here. Or someone who had a specific strong influence on you. But then we see again the fox here. But the fox energy, being cautious, being careful, mindful. There is something also related to the fox that is changing here. And I feel like there's actually a good change. I feel like there is a lesson, and there are decisions that you need to make, possibly, or options, new ways, but these new ways are also very destined. And I feel like what you're going through here, that is like this karmic lesson, is related to the withdrawal, the separation, or feeling isolated and alone. And that is, again, that might be related to your family, or something that is very close to you. Might be feeling alone in your own house, where you're living at, in your own town. But then again, I see a beautiful surprise here coming in. There is a beautiful change. Yes, we see some blockages here when it comes to the place you're living at or your inner life. But also in straight line, we see there is actually also a beautiful change coming for you. And this change might be like a surprise. There might be a blessing, a gift coming in. And that might refer to some sort of public event. That there's a public event that is actually very beneficial here for you. All right, I hope you resonate with the reading. If so, leave a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a lovely month.